Hey everyone, it's Erica. I'm here with a process video and I'm going to be using these beautiful watercolors from Pinkfresh Studio along with products from the Office Hours collection and Just a Little Lovely. This layout is going with the September challenge that is going on, and it is watercolors. I'm going to use a lot of watercolor on my project. I'm also going to be using one of the cut files from Pinkfresh Studio, and if they are not already on the website when this goes up, they will be coming very, very soon. So I took a piece of white cardstock and cut out my cut file. Then I took another piece of white textured cardstock, and I'm going to add a bunch of watercolor to this paper. I did add some white gesso, so I'm just gonna take the different colors and just put them in different blocks on the cardstock. And this is what I'm gonna use to back my cut file. So I'm gonna start out with the Emerald City Green. I'm also going to add a little bit of key lime to that as well. All I do is add a little drop of this color because it goes a long way to an acrylic block. I add some water and then take a paintbrush and just kind of mix it together. I'll take the acrylic block and let the color fall onto the paper, take some packaging, and then just kind of smush it in. I will also take the little dropper and add it directly to the paper, and then spray some water on that as well and kind of let it move around, squish it with the packaging, and then dab it up with a paper towel. I'm going to do that with a few of the colors. So the colors that I started with are Emerald City and then Key Lime. I'm also going to use the lavender watercolor, the pink color, which is Bubblegum, and then the yellow, which is Sunshine. And I also throw in a little bit of sky blue in there as well. And I kind of just do the same technique on all of the colors. I do also add a little bit of splatter just by taking the paintbrush and flicking it onto the paper. So here is the lavender color. Just kind of doing the same thing, taking the dropper, adding it to the acrylic block, getting some water, and then letting it fall onto the paper. I just go back and forth. With the pink color, I do take the acrylic block directly to the paper and just kind of smush it down on the paper. So I do use a lot of water and a lot of color on the paper, so I did prep it with gesso beforehand. If you did not prep the paper and just tried to do it this much paper or this much color and water on your paper would warp and probably tear. So it's nice if you know that you're going to use a lot of the medium to use a thick cardstock and also prep it with some gesso. So here is the pink color, and this is very, very bold color. These watercolors are really, really bright and bold, and a little of this color goes a long way. So these colors are going to last you a very long time. You can buy them individually on the website, or you can buy them in the whole set. I have the whole set, and it's tons of colors, beautiful rainbow colors, and there's so many things that you can do with them. So make sure you guys check out the challenge this month, and also check out the blog for more inspiration and ideas on how to use these watercolors. So this is what the cardstock looks like, and I'm just adding a few more sprinkles of the yellow throughout the whole page so that there's little bits of yellow on all of the color. And then I'm going to back the cut file with this paper. So I'm just going through and adding more color, trying to fill in any white spots, like big white spots that I see. I will make sure that I leave everything linked down below for you guys so you guys can check out the Pinkfresh Studio shop and all the products that I'm using today. You'll have direct links for them down below. Just adding in some more of this sunshine color. And then I'm going to start to back the cut file. So here is the file. It's a beautiful floral wreath, and I'm just going to trace a small section of the cut file. Just kind of roughly traced it, and then I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere it to the cut file, and then kind of cut around it because there was some pieces hanging off. And then I decided that I'm just going to go ahead and take the cut file and adhere it to, like, different sections of it, adhere it to the paper, and then I'll just cut around it. Just is easier that way for me for this cut file. So I'm gonna get this down, and then I'll just trim off the pieces that are kind of poking out where they're not supposed to be. And I really love how this came out. I love all of the watercolor. It's just so pretty. And it's kind of the star of the layout. I kept the embellishments very light on this layout just because I really wanted the watercolor in this cut file to really stand out on this layout. I love it. I love it so much. So here's another part of the cut file, and I'm just trimming around the pieces. Really easy to do. And here it is all complete. There was a couple of little leaves that I didn't back because I knew that my photo was going to go around that area, so I just left them blank. So here I am. I'm going to go ahead and do my background, and I'm going to add tons of splatters for the background. So it's just a white piece of textured cardstock. I laid 2 pieces of plastic down, and they're just kit bags. Like I have a ton of like these big plastic bags, so I just use them, and they can be wiped down and reused again just to cover my surface. And I'm just taking the sunshine, added some to the acrylic block, and just adding sprinkles all around the layout. And I'm going to do that with all of the colors. I have sunshine, bubblegum, the Emerald City, and then the lavender is what I use for my sprinkles. And I'm just going to keep going around the page and adding a ton of color. I'll do the one pass of the color once and let it dry, and then I'll do a second pass just to add more. So I'll just take my paintbrush and flick it onto the paper to get some bigger drops. And then I also take the paintbrush and you can use a pair of scissors, a pencil, or another paintbrush, and just kind of tap along around the page. I think this gives a different look than just taking your brush and splattering. It's like really tiny dots. I don't know, you just have to give it a shot and try it. Like the first couple times that you tap, there'll be a bigger drop. So sometimes I'll just kind of do that off on a napkin. And then the other, when you keep on going, it's like a lighter color and a lighter, smaller dot, like little bitty splatters, like, I don't know, maybe like an airbrush kind of look. I don't know. I really just like the way that it looks. So give it a shot, try it out. I just like the look that it gives. So here I am, I think I have a pair of scissors, and I'm just tapping lightly, very lightly on the paintbrush. You'll get different effects. If you do lighter or harder taps, you just get a different look of splatter. So here I am, and I'm doing some bigger drops, and I'm just using the flicking of the paintbrush. Just have fun when you use these colors and just try different techniques, different paintbrushes, different brushes. I have some stencil brushes. Sometimes I like to stick in the color and I'll just kind of flick the color. That's a lot of fun as well. So I'm just gonna go around and do just a bunch of color, and then I'll show you what it looks like, and I absolutely love it. I almost just wanna do a background just like this without a cut file because it's so pretty. It reminds me of like confetti or like candy sprinkles. It's just so fun. So I'm just going to continue adding the color, and look how fun it is. It's so pretty. I love it. I think it would be really fun to do a whole page with different splatters too, and then maybe like die cut some shapes out or use some punches or even some borders. I think that would be really fun as well. Going in with some more yellow. I really wanted the yellow to stand out, so I'm trying to add some more in there. And then I will add a couple more colors, and then show you what the finished product looks like. These watercolors are a lot of fun to work with, and like I said, just a little bit of color goes a long way. So one tiny drop of the color from the dropper, and then I added a few squirts of water, and I mean, look how vibrant and bright these colors are. Super easy to do. And I love using like my acrylic block as kind of like my palette and mixing the color on there. So I'm going to go through with some more of this lavender color. And if you add a little bit more water, you can kind of water it down and get a lighter color. And if you add less water, then you're going to get a more vibrant purple color. So here it is. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I just love it so much. The colors are so pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and pop up the cut file, and I have this really thick foam adhesive, and this is just like the after I popped out all the circles and used them, I use the backing piece because obviously that's still foam adhesive, and I just cut them in strips and add it to my cut file. So this is a pretty thick foam adhesive, and it's going to give it a lot of dimension and height, and I love that so much. So these are my photos. I have 2 photos, and this is of my sweet, sweet Lola Bean. She is our red-nosed pit bull, and she's such a sweetheart, and she loves to go on car rides, so I usually snap photos of her. I think we were in the drive-thru waiting for food, and she knew that we were getting food, and she'll usually get a french fry or something out of the bag, so she was waiting patiently for the person to come to the window and hand over our food, and I just snapped a couple photos. I thought they were so cute. I printed them in black and white because the colors didn't really go with the layout. And I'm going to go ahead and get this stuck down. I added a thin piece of foam adhesive behind there, and I'm just going to stick that down to the wreath. And then I'll start to embellish. And I pulled out some ephemera pieces, the puffy stickers, also have the phrase stickers, and then I do pull out the office hours mixed embellishments because I want to use some of the yellow enamel dots on this layout as well. And then I do pull out the Just a Little Lovely enamel dots too, because I use one of the lavender dots on this layout. So I keep the embellishments pretty easy. There's a little tab right here. I'm going to stick this to the top. And then here are the phrase stickers from Just a Little Lovely, and I'm going to add one that says XOXO. And then I had this card, and I think it might have come from the ephemera pack, and I had cut it, and it just says everyday life at its finest, and I kind of just stuck that there under the 2 photos. And then I had this yellow piece from my stash, and I just thought it went well, so I just stuck it in there, and it says wonderful, and I kind of just layer it in there behind my photo. Here are the mixed embellishments from office hours, and I'm going to use the yellow enamel dots. Love mixing and matching the 2 collections. And then here are the enamel dots from Just a Little Lovely. I'm just going to add a little one right down there and then start my journaling. And I did do my journaling in these little bitty blocks, and then I'm going to go through and change it. And it just talks about our sweet puppy, and I know that they get a bad rap, the pit bulls, but it's all in how you raise them. They really are a good, loving dog and one of the best family pets that we've ever had. She is just lovable. She will protect her family. I'm not going to say that she will not, but she more than likely would go run in the closet first because she's such a scaredy cat. But she is lovable. She is great with people. She is great with animals. And she is really just a part of our family. And we just hope that everyone will love a pit bull one day in their life because they really are an amazing, amazing animal. So I'm going to add this, and this is going to finish up my layout. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to head on over to the Pinkfresh Studio website and check out all of the products. Make sure you check out the blog for even more inspiration, and we hope that you will join in on our September challenge. I'll have some still shots at the end for you guys so you can see some close-up looks of just how pretty these watercolors came out on this layout. I have so much fun playing with them. I hope you guys will give them a shot. Like I said, you can buy them individually, so instead of buying the set, if you want to check them out, purchase one of them. They're at a great price, and they're going to last you a long time. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a wonderful day. I will catch you in my next video. Bye.